Hello everyone, welcome back to another Battletech Heavy Metal mech review. And today we take on the iconic Rifleman, specifically the Rifleman 3N. So this variant is the clan version of the Rifleman, and I put clan version in quotes. This is just a repurposed Rifleman. So as I kind of talked about, the Wolf Dragoons, they kind of repurposed the mechs, with clan technology, but kind of made it look like it wasn't exactly their technology. I guess I put it that way. So yes. So before we get into that, any more than that, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to notify you guys when my next video will be live. Usually I upload between 12 and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and also I upload during the weekends as well between I would say like 9 and 11 a.m. in the morning. Eastern time, all that Eastern time. Okay, so I'll get back into it. So the Rifleman 3N has 2 large pulse lasers and 2 LBX 5s. So let's take a look at that. So in the 60-ton bracket, so it's going to be one of 3 mechs. So we have the Dragon, which is mediocre at best, and then you have the Quick Draw. So the only thing the Quick Draw has going for it is its mobility, and just get to places quickly, get on the flanks of enemies fast, and that's pretty much about it. It does deal a good amount of damage, but I have a feeling with this Rifleman with 2 large pulses and 2 LBX 5s, this thing is going to be a monster to deal with. So the Rifleman 3N has also, obviously all these mechs were going to come with Quirks, and its quirk is it's a rangefinder suite apparently. So a rangefinder suite is going to have, it's going to have an extended range, enhanced vision, and reduced recoil. So this thing's gonna see you at range, so it's a good scout mech. It has extended range on its weapons, so its LBX 5s can be LBX 2s. So think about that. And then reduce recoil, so it can shoot more times, more reliably. So this mech is probably going to be best in its class as far as 60-ton mech goes, at least for battle value and everything else, if that's something you want to calculate. So as an overall mech in the 60-ton bracket, it's pretty good. In the heavy class bracket, like altogether, it's not too bad. It's up there. It might be, a top, maybe top 8 mech for sure. It's definitely up there, but I just have to play with it. I'm just this is all opinion based, and some of it's just theorizing, what can this Rifleman potentially do? And I have a feeling that this thing is going to be dishing out probably on a regular basis, I would say probably about 130 damage through alpha. That's pretty strong. I think that's pretty strong. It's kind of up there, but I think it probably has 120 to 130 damaged alpha just on the base model alone. So this thing is pretty powerful. So let's talk about its potential uses. Obviously, just a long-range sniper, as the Rifleman's been used in previous engagements. And also, could it be a reliable you know, maybe a reliable skirmish mech. You know, I don't know. You know, maybe it can kind of get in a little bit close because it has LB5Xs, and you know, maybe you can get in there and, you know, open something up, and then it can start critting things. You know, with you know, probably a lance. So if you're running a Marauder, and that quirk for that Marauder, which I'll kind of talk about in another video, will help the Rifleman out. So I think with a combination of things, the Rifleman can be a very deadly addition to your lance. Especially if you are running a long-range lance and it having enhanced vision, you can definitely take advantage of the enemy for sure. So, long game. So obviously we can only do mid game and long game. Maybe you get lucky, you can see it in the early game. Obviously, I think the early game, this thing is going to destroy a lot of things, so I'm not going to talk about that. But the mid game, I want to say it's probably in the upper tiers. So mid game, this is going to be an important mech to potentially have. So it depends on how your lance is laid out for sure. But it's definitely going to be one of the most important mechs in the mid game. And then in the end game, so when you get to assaults, I think it's gonna run out of usefulness. I think it might not be as good, and you might as well upgrade to the Annihilator at that point anyways, or another assault mech. I think it's just gonna get overpowered fairly fast, especially with stability damage and, you know, potentially knocking it over, and just, you know, maybe just it's not going to do enough damage. So I think that's going to be it for the Rifleman. I'm very excited to see it. I want to play around with it myself, so I can't wait for the DLC to be released. But I have great suspicion that this is going to be one of the better heavy mechs to be in the game. So I don't think it's going to be like super top tier like the Grasshopper is. I think the Grasshopper is going to be probably the better of all the heavy mechs. Yeah, I think, you know, it might be, it's definitely going to be up there, you know, but, you know, it could be a potential top 5 mech, I think. So with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you would do with the Rifleman, how you would use it, what setups you would use, and how you would implement that into your lance. Because for me, it would be just pretty much create my entire lance to be at long range and just keep my enemy the furthest possible away, and just keeping them away from myself and just plink them off, and have maybe, you know, maybe a set of lancers or something like that, so I can do breaching shots when they brace and stuff like that. So by the time they get to me, they're already going to be in a severe damage state. So that's kind of what I would do. But let me know in the comments below what you would do. And that's going to be it for this review. Again, things are subject to change, and once I do hear about the news, I'll make another video of that, and then I'll update you guys on that as well. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let me know down in the comments below what you think of the video, the content, and also what would you do with the Rifleman. I'll see you guys next time.